Hey everybody, it's Glamma. The last time I showed you guys a aerial swing video of me, and I was really fumbling around, if you guys remember. I'm sure many of you saw it, and I know it's gotten quite a few hits, but I was really having a hard time. And the reason that I put that up there is because I wanted to show you guys the vast difference I made in just a couple weeks. So I want to talk a little bit about the health benefits of the aerial swing. I got this more for just kind of for fun and also, some entertainment value for my regular job. Um, and what ended up happening was I have a surgery scheduled this Wednesday coming up, and I wanted to see if I would be able to still be able to work out, as much as I generally do. After I get my surgery, but I had to learn how to do the aerial swing first and do all the exercises on it. So I have been learning it, and I put that first video up specifically to show you guys how, when you first learn something, it's not always the easiest and you are kind of fumbling around. And that particular afternoon, I was having a little bit of a rough time. So now it's a week later, and I want to show you what I have learned on the aerial swing. I want to start out today, and I think what I'm going to do is for the entire month of March, I know I was going to be talking about NLP and I was going to be talking about, positive reinforcement. And I think that I can tie that into this aerial swing workout if I start doing a weekly routine video of you guys being able to see my progress or see my new routines, or just try an aerial workout with me. And some of these things you don't even have to have an aerial swing for. You can simply use bands, or you can use, a chair or something like that to stretch in. So I will show you some modifications for some things that we're going to do today. Okay, so I just want to say I'm 44 years old. I'm going to be 45 in April. And, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I have done yoga and lifted weights my whole, since I was probably about 18 years old. I really, really enjoy this yoga swing. And I mean, I'll tell you right now that I really have seen so many benefits in the areas of, I mean, my biceps are 12 inches right now. So we're going to measure them in another week and see, where I'm at. And my legs right here are 23 inches. So that's a starting point for us to start taking measurements and see what happens with this aerial swing. So the first thing I want to start out today doing is I want to stretch, because for me, stretching is really important. And as we age, we need to drink a ton of water. And if we sometimes don't, or we're eating really salty foods, we can get a little bit bloated, right? So that's never a good thing. So I want to start out today by showing you some exercises you can do. These are floor exercises we're going to use the swing for, because we're going to be elevating our feet and relaxing and just taking it easy for a minute, okay? So I'm going to start by getting on the floor. And again, you don't have to have this aerial swing. You can use a chair. So I will show you the chair modifications as well, okay? So we're going to put our feet up here in the swing, and we're going to just kind of twist our legs around here like this, and we're just going to sway our feet back and forth, right? We're just kind of feeling the aerial swing. I'm going to get in line with it a little bit more here. And right now we're just swaying back and forth. This is helping kind of stretch our outer thighs a little bit, and it's just getting us used to the movement and the motion of the swing. I mean, I always like to just, see what kind of apparatus or tool that I'm using, no matter what it is, before I get to it. So then what we can do is we can stick our one foot into the longer, this is it's a strap, the strap. Now it has these things that you can pull down right here. So I probably would recommend, sticking your foot in it so that you can grab it. And I think because I have socks on right now, and it's because I thought it might be easier Because sometimes when my feet are sweaty, I kind of like slide around in this thing a little bit. Um, in terms of when I get up inside the swing a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna pull that down a little. Pull this down. So now my feet are in there, and they're in there pretty good, right? So now we're gonna just swing our legs back and forth like this. This is just a basic. You can hold this if you want. You can even use this if you want to start stretching your arms as well, okay? So, but I like to stick my arms all the way back and just stretch, 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 stretch. And this, holding our feet up like this is going to allow all the blood. You know, if we're really tall, I'm 6 feet tall, this helps the blood flow all the way back down to the brain and the heart, mostly the heart, right? That's where we're pumping all our blood from. But taking deep breaths in is really helpful for that, getting oxygen to our brain. And, you know, this is helping our heart not work nearly as hard as it has to when we're standing up, right? Because when we're standing up, we're defying gravity. You know, we're making the heart pump and work a lot harder, especially if we're sitting down in a weird position or we're kinking our legs or anything like that, especially if we work in an office or anything like that. That really, you know, you don't realize you're doing it. And you get up and you're like, oh my gosh. And as you get older, sometimes that can, you know, it can have some devastating effects on you. I'll tell you. But, you know, right now we're just easing ourselves into everything, and we're just, you know, relaxing, and we're letting our hearts rest a little bit and not work so hard. You know, that's when you're sleeping in a bed and you're laying down like that. That's what's great about laying down, is your body can rest and your heart can, you know, so hard. So just keep doing this. And doing this, you're supposed to be stimulating your vagus nerve. So I'm going to talk about that more, you know, in the future. But what the vagus nerve is, the healing nerve in your body, and you can actually train yourself to not stress out about certain things that come into your purview, you know, into your at your job, and your boss storms into your office and is asking you for a bunch of stuff that you weren't even responsible for, and you know that takes you from 0 to 10 in about 2 seconds. You can change the cadence of your breath, and it actually stimulates the vagus nerve and it calms you down. So we're going to try that right now. So we're going to do 3 breaths out, and 3 breaths in and 4 breaths out. Okay, so we're going to go in for 3 through our nose and out at 4. Our normal vagus nerve is around, and I believe it's around an 18 or 14 or something like that. I'm pretty sure. And that's the normal, you know, for just in your daily life. Now, when maybe it's a 14, and then when it gets heightened, it's about an 18. You can actually take, with this breathing exercise, you can take your vagus nerve down to an 8, which is, you know, a very calm place where your body is breathing at a slower pace, and, you know, you're very calm. You know, it's like if you go into a sauna or a hot spring or something, and you sit in that really hot water, you know, your breathing tends to really slow down, because, you know, your body's relaxed, you're in that hot, and you know, everything is expanding, you know, in your body, your skin, everything like that. So we're going to do it again. In for 3, out for 4. I like to hold it on the last 3rd breath. Okay, so I'm going to switch really quick here to the chair, just to show you all how we can do this exercise with just a chair. Is, you know, just as easy. I remember when I was a kid, on the public television channel, there was a woman who was always work hair, and I just loved it. I thought it was so funny, and I really enjoyed it. So I kind of reminds me a little bit, do a stair exercise. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty. So, here we go. And we're gonna put our legs up just like this, right? And lay back again. And we're gonna do 3 breaths in, hold. One more time. Hold. 4 breaths. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So hopefully we're a little bit more relaxed. We have our heart not pumping so hard. Maybe if we were a little bit swollen, we're less swollen now. And we're ready to hop into our yoga swing. I'm going to take a little drink of water really quick. Okay. And I'm going to show you guys my progress. Okay. All right. So one of the things I like to do when I hop in here, even though I have really long legs, and I'm going to move this chair out of the way just like this. Okay. One of the things I like to do is I like to just kind of hop into it. Now, some of you may want to use this. You can use these straps right here. But I use these upper ones, these upper straps right here, and I just hop them in. Okay. All right. So, I'm just going to start out by doing a couple new exercises that I've been teaching myself. So this is an exercise that, again, is great for your heart. It's really helpful for, just all of your blood flow. It's a great exercise blood flow. Okay, so I don't want to be about this in too long, I'm seeing this, this is not, one of those sites. But, so now I'm going to just pull myself up a little bit and back into this position. This is kind of like, my starting position. That I always like to be in. Now, it is really fun to do it like a swing, but something else that I've been doing is I've been putting my feet in here. And now this is something that, is probably not something that, if you haven't been doing something like this, it might not be very comfortable at first. But I'm going to tell you that the benefits of this exercise, stretching your legs out like this, and really, really stretching. As you get stronger, you can stand up in the swing and you can teach yourself, if I don't get stuck on that thing, how to do the splits. Now, I can't even do the splits, but since I've been doing this, I'll tell you one thing that is really amazing with this activity is your abs are always engaged, and you will see immediate results with your abs if you do this every day, even just for a few minutes. Keeping your butt from sitting in this kind of, resting or starting position that I'm in, that I like to get into, that is really something that really helps you keep your core engaged. So something that you can do, if you're new, is when you stick your feet in here, you can do the bicycle in here. The other thing you can do is you can use this to work your abs and arms, because you use your own muscle strength. So you get your butt up off of that starting position, and you just pull up, and you engage your abs and you engage your arms. And it's amazing the things that happen to your body when you start doing this. So hopefully, I had a small little fumble there, but hopefully you guys have seen the vast difference that I've made in the week that I have, come from the last video. And I hope you guys learned something, and something about your biggest breath as well, biggest nerve. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.